first of all, hi everybody.
Hi.
I'm OPM, my wife Elan.
Ellen.
Wow, I like saying that. My wife. Oof. Well, my bride, much better, because she always does good. The one ingredient in love that makes it work is the adaptation of grace, understanding
Mm,
grace, which is
okay.
unmerited favor of a. Um, Let me maybe in a simple
Mhm.
explanation.
Yeah. Right.
Um, Somebody not deserving something you're gonna do for them
Mm,
is gonna be grace. And grace does not need you to want it. Grace avails itself when you need it. Does that make sense?
mm-hmm. Yeah, it
So it
does.
means you, and I'm going to make it a preamble so we
Mm-hmm.
can explain it. Grace, when I say grace, maybe in your understanding, you're going to say cutting your partner slack, but that's not what I mean it by. But I'm trying to say grace is going to be not what you should do as my spouse to make me, begin to feel like, okay, I need to give you grace because you've been a little bit, let's say, apologetic. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to give you grace. No, grace does not need your fuel. Grace
Mm-hmm.
comes with its fuel,
Mm.
and when it comes to subdue the other person.
Self-sufficient.
It's self-sufficient. Thank you for helping me out.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-sufficient, and grace comes to give the other partner what they don't merit. They don't deserve it. In love, if you do not have that understanding of allowing grace to have its completion, you're going to have a lot of troubles.
A lot.
You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And let's use a preamble.
Mm-hmm.
You can make up any preamble that you want. We
Right.
can use our own life scenarios. And there's a reason why you specifically, you like 1 Corinthians 13:4, because love is
Right.
what?
Love is but patient. Love is kind.
That specific first inclination, which says love is incredibly large and patient,
Mm-hmm.
it's the onset of love. It's literally how you're gonna watch the growth, because don't forget, love embraces, it encourages, and what was that? That's my phone. Love embraces, it encourages, and it actually promotes growth,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does patience do?
Right.
Promotes
Right.
growth.
Right.
So let's speak about some of those things.
Mm.
You're a little bit quiet. What's wrong?
I'm just listening.
No, but share, because you have a lot of wisdom,
Trust me,
sweetheart.
I'm coming in.
You coming hard?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me know, please. I'm
Yes.
ready for you, because I know
Mhm.
you're filled with a lot of wisdom, my sweetheart. It's such a pleasure being
I'm
around.
just riding on your wave, so yeah.
No, I want to write on yours.
Okay. It will.
Okay. So the graces that I'm speaking about is not using the weakness of your spouse against them specifically when they deserve it. Because, like, for instance, the two of us, right?
Mhm.
I know exactly the things you're weak in the past, and you knew the things I was impatient with, right? So the idea is, anytime there is a conflict or a consternation, my human mind is going to go to that place where it's not about learning maturation. It's not about learning how to get out of ignorance. It's not about listening to the Holy Spirit. It's more about, I'm an impatient God. I don't have patience. This pisses me off. So why would you trip me to get
Why would you
impatient?
even do this?
Why would you? So it's more about me questioning you for putting me in a place where I need maturation from.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And if there's no application of grace, which is the unmerited favor of love,
Mhm.
being one that is able to be patient and allow love to flow through you to the other person, then it becomes a fight of perceptions. Why would you trip me? And the question is, I'm your wife. If I
And
made a
then
mistake,
it
go ahead.
creates, it's from an atmosphere of law, which
Mm,
creates a wall of
a
separation
wall of.
because you're telling them how to treat them in order for them to love you,
Mm-hmm,
to do the things of love to you.
mm-hmm.
Whereas true love in itself is
It's
self-sufficient, and
self-sufficient.
it doesn't mind you tripping him or her because it has the power to cause that change in you
Subdue you.
without your input.
Yes, baby. Hey, there she is. You see what I'm talking about? Because it's not about how you have tripped me. Because if you tripped me, meaning that you got to know how to treat me to make me know, to make me love you back, then it's not love.
Yeah. A lot of people are in that space where they're like,
99%.
I have to let my spouse or fiance know this about me. Like when you live with me, you gotta be like this. You gotta keep the house clean, or you gotta smell good, or you gotta
Pet
be
peeves.
exactly.
You put parameters
And
on
all
love.
those things only creates a wall of separation, because
Thank you.
that's what the law comes to do.
Mhm.
But with love, you're supposed to create an environment, which you talked about recently.
Now let's
An
talk about it again.
environment where the person can
Make
easily,
mistakes.
boldly come to you,
Throw-
enjoy,
yes.
be around you.
Yes.
And that's how, because you are giving off love, because you have created an environment for them to come to you,
Make mistakes.
the more they're around you, they're gonna eat of your love.
Thank you.
Right? And they are gonna grow into that.
My
too.
favorite person on the internet,
Right.
you. Do you get? You see it? How
We're
God
learning.
is together in God. How God is teaching us love is to walk into the throne room without fear and expect mercy in our time of need. I want you to envision it this way. You know what a yoke is, right?
Yeah.
A yoke is like a place of bondage. Yoke around your neck, right? Imagine your spouse is yoked. There's already a place of bondage, place of imprisonment. They're stuck. Do you want to be an extra weight on the yoke, which is actually breaking their necks? Or would you want to be like lubrication oil? And I'm using oil, frivolously. I'm using it like the Holy Spirit. Or would you want to be would you allow the Holy Spirit oil to lubricate the friction and make it move so they can easily come out? See, do they, let's say, what I'm trying to say is, they don't, I'm talking about unmerited, I'm talking about grace in relationships.
Right.
So they don't deserve you to do that. Who got them locked up? They got themselves locked up. Whatever it is that tripped them, they tripped themselves. Now they're trying to trip you. Because whatever it is, don't forget, a person just don't get angry and begin to fight you. The anger begins from the inside of the individual. There is a war inside of everybody. There's a war of perception. And just let me make it clear to most of you that are in relationships. Before you even go to say, hey, baby, we got to sit down, you've already had your own argument with yourself.
You've already sat down with yourself.
You've already lined up the things you want to tell him and how he should respond and how she should respond.
Played it out and it all worked out in your favor.
Exactly.
Only forgetting that the
They
person
are
you're
also
speaking to also has another perspective.
They have a whole different
ballgame.
ballgame.
To factor that in.
No. It's not you forgot. Your brain is not made to factor it in. That's why you need the presence of the Holy Spirit. That's why we need God. Your brain is only made to sustain you, me. So when my blood pressure is high due to stress, my brain will rather secrete the idea that it's all my wife's fault, just to cause me to lose that stress.
An accuser will come and accuse.
And when I say the brain,
out of you
know who the brain is, right? Is where that's where the snare of the enemy is the mind games.
So you gotta renew it constantly.
Constantly renew your mind. That's where true transformation occurs in a person's mind. That you can't tell me you stop doing something if you don't have a change of mind. And that's another topic we will speak about some other time.
Right.
So as we are speaking about grace, and we will go back and speak about it, I want to say something that is probably going to be a little bit eye-opening for a lot of you. I know you've heard this phrase that love is blind, and watch this. My wife, my sweetie, my bride, is love blind?
Love has the clearest 2020 vision ever.
Love has the clear. Did you hear the answer? Love is not blind. Do you know what is blind? Do you know what is blind? Lust. That's why lust can invite you into something that you thought could have been. And then when you go and eventually your eyes are open to the ignorance, you go like, I can't believe it was not like that. That's lust. But love already makes a decision. It has vision. There is a plan. Its plan is to make you one with itself. It's beyond your actions. And love always will reconcile you and make you a child one with love. You will become an embodiment of love. It can't fail. Oh my God, I can't take my hand. How much beautiful you look. You want to make a baby? Baby 7? Oh geez, you look so gorgeous. Like,